You can put it wherever you want. This is our house, baby.
Right down there.
I'm going to burp if you don't like that.
Oh, that's going to piss. We're going to lose subscribers we don't have yet.
No, yeah, that was...
We're going to have negative 20 followers. We're going to have people blocking us and avoiding us at all costs.
I think that's a good place to start. Welcome to the GamersHQ cast.
Hey.
This is our very first inaugural cast. We don't know what we're doing. Caleb, do you know what you're doing?
Not yet. And that it goes for my entire life.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, no, I wasn't talking about the podcast. Do you ever know what you're doing?
I will soon, I'm sure. Any minute now.
It'll click at some point.
I've been saying
that
for
will.
20-something years.
Yeah.
Any minute now, I'm going to figure it out.
Well, what I was thinking we could talk about,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been thinking about it for a couple of days because I just really like the idea, is because this is our first episode, we can talk about our firsts in different ways.
That's
mostly in gaming.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. So I'm going to pull out of this one real fast.
Is that what you did your first time?
Yeah. Hey, we're going to introduce our friend, or?
You can. He's your friend.
His name is Leif. L-E-I-F.
It was going to be Stay.
I took your advice. I didn't know if they'd get the reference.
Did you screw it up? Or
I did. So his name's Leif.
Okay.
We're gonna ask
That's
Leif
fine.
a lot of questions here and there over the years, and he probably won't respond to many of them.
Sooner rather than later, we'll probably tell you the story about why. If you've been to GamersHQ, he's been here the whole time.
Day one.
Since day one, and if you stick around long enough, probably maybe this podcast, maybe
in the next 3 minutes we're gonna explain.
Yeah, we're gonna explain
what
exactly
he is.
what.
Let's do it. Let's explain to him what the trees are.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've changed everything in the store since day one. It is probably 0% what it was when we opened up. Everything's been changed except for this tree has remained stable, and there might be some growth on it.
Wow.
It's been here since day one. One of my very
we bought
first.
it dead, and now it's alive.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Some lady was selling a display case that we needed, and she said, you got to take the tree. So we took the tree with the display case. We bought it down the street, actually, over by Dillon's Brookwood Shopping Center. Shout out.
What up, Dylan?
What Dillon's? Decent prices, great locations. So
It's their motto.
So
is that their motto?
This tree, if this tree ever leaves, that's bad because it is the soul of the HQ.
Yeah.
So
No.
don't try to take it. Don't try to buy it. Just accept it and appreciate it.
You can come visit.
You can always visit it, take pictures. This Leaf is going to be more famous than anyone else that's ever worked here or ever work here. So
Thanks.
Leaf, take it away. All right.
I was gonna give him the. You can. You hear that?
There we go.
Hear that shit? Oh, that
Dumbest
was
idea I've had yet. Okay.
what that this.
Leaf.
Well, it wasn't even your idea. So.
Stole my dumb not idea.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying buying it was the worst idea.
Oh.
You didn't buy it. That was the best idea.
That was the best.
Naming it was a bad idea.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Well, what can you remember the first game you ever played?
Yeah. Mario Duck Hunt.
Are you
wow.
serious?
How freaking cliche was that?
Jesus.
Yep. My parents bought it for me in 89 or 90. I was 4 or 5, and me and my brother, Robert, that was our first game. Hey, shout out to my brother. And it was upsetting because I couldn't figure out how to freaking jump.
Mm-hmm. It's only one of the buttons.
Yeah, I was moving, and on that first jump, you had to jump, and I kept pushing up, and I would run to my death.
Oh,
I almost never played games again that night.
I mean, my sisters had the same problem because they intentionally put jumps you couldn't jump over until you could learn how to run and jump.
Yep.
But they never learned how to do that.
Yep.
So they get to the one level in Donkey Kong Country where you had to run and jump.
Yep.
And then they would just die.
That's it.
And then they'd be like, "This game sucks."
We lose a lot of good extra lives that way.
And then 20 years later, she's asking for a Switch this Christmas.
There you go.
Nintendo bringing them back.
Gotcha.
The first game I can really remember playing is Cosmo's Cosmic Adventure for the PC.
Oh, okay.
It had do you know anything?
I got nothing.
I realized I wanted to talk about it, but then I realized no one would know what I was talking
I'm digging
about.
deep.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not there.
it's a DOS game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dark Ages.
Yeah, well, my parents bought a computer like a week before I was born, so I've always had a computer, and they started with a computer. So I played games like Crystal Caves, we had Duke Nukem 2, Hocus Pocus.
Yes. Keep going.
Geekwad, Games of the Galaxy. Then we had King's Quest 5 and 7, and
all right.
That's how I started.
That's a pretty good spread of early childhood gaming.
Then we had an NES,
Yeah.
but I don't remember enjoying it. We had Mario, and we had the Ninja Turtles game that sucked.
It was not a good game.
It's not a good
it
game.
Still isn't a good game.
No.
It's right there.
Oh, how much is it?
Doesn't matter. It's not worth it.
If it's free, you can come in and get it for free.
It's barely worth.
The music is either really decent or just very nostalgic. I don't know which.
Hey, serious question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look at the camera, the audience?
Oh, of course.
Okay. I
kept doing this.
I'm shy when it comes to audiences, and I'm just envisioning the millions of people watching us right now, and I'm getting nervous. With the millions of viewers.
Million?
Yeah, you didn't see.
I think we're gonna.
Now you're getting nervous.
No,
too.
no, my eyes just water when I'm horny.
Mine too. I'm not crying. I promise. Not on the outside.
Why are you crying? I'm not. I just get really.
Yeah.
Just drippy. So, what are some other firsts that?
Oh man.
When's your first? Remember your first ice cream? I don't.
No, I remember just my first video game.
Yeah, you don't remember any other first?
I remember my first parents, my first school, my first pair of jeans.
What's the earliest memory?
My first car. You know why I remember that? Because it's my birthday. It's a Mazda. You're not gonna. No one's gonna believe me, but my parents will vouch for this. They got me a Mazda 626 1985 model. My birthday is June 26, 1985, and it was not on purpose. It was there was no correlation. They were like, "Hey, here's your car. We got it for you. It's $1,000. Get your ass to school on your own now." I was like, "Thanks, parents. You know this is my birthday car." God! And I got to school that day on time with my own hands.
I am just like handstand, like from Donkey Kong 64 with like.
I can't stop. Get out of the way.
Oh, that peaked.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh, well, I keep forgetting. Yeah. You're number 2, right?
I kept. You said I could be number 1.
You said I need to be number 1, and I went.
Because you're the better at this, so you need to give me the number 1 position. The better mic.
Hold on, real quick. I gotta fix something. I think.
Okay. All right.
Okay, we're back. That's much better.
This is my first time on a mic.
Yeah, he's got a shotgun mic.
Yeah.
And
it's pretty humbling to have this staring at me the whole time. Just like I'm supposed to.
Yeah, you're supposed to. This you
do
are
something?
you are the entertainment.
Okay.
You are the.
All right.
People come in here to listen to you.
That's a bad start to a day.
Just being someone that people.
Your day is going to only go downhill if that was your plan to make it better.
What, talk to you?
Yes.
Oh well.
Reverse that plan.
Yeah. No. I mean, I remember when I came in here before I worked here, and he's just at the computer.
Yep.
And I was like,
doing nothing.
Are you open? And you're like, hell yeah.
Yeah, we're open, man. The door you came in. I didn't accidentally forget to lock the door.
That has happened.
I have forgotten to lock the door. Hey, we are super close. It's 10:30 at night. Please leave. What do you need? Maybe we can help you. All right,
that's when
probably help you.
When I got here, I wanted to buy Halo 4 when it came out, and then we got here. I was with Daniel. Shout out to Neela, and he is not gonna listen to this. There's
Neela,
he barely has enough time to listen to.
We'll tag him.
Anything.
Daniel, we're gonna tag you.
Yeah, and I'll send you the time code of where you get mentioned, and then that's all you'll watch. If that, you'll be done.
We know you're busy, so.
He here works at a distribution center.
Yeah. Or should we talk about our customers like this, our friends,
why not?
Our patrons,
our friends, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what about what do we say about the customers you don't out there?
If someone I don't know buys Hello Kitty Express and he's like secretly into Hello Kitty.
If you're gonna mention me, just mention me.
I love Hello Kitty, and the world does.
It doesn't.
So, but I don't want someone to, hey man, why'd you tell everyone about the game I got last week? That was for me and me alone.
I mean, sometimes it's a birthday present. We didn't talk about that yet, have we?
No.
No, we shouldn't.
Okay, well, let's have a time delay. Like we'll wait a week before we call someone out. Let's
just
do that. Let's see
We
that.
just
Okay.
I have a notebook of like weird
all the
things.
transactions that have taken place. We
This
have
was
to-
a good one. This one happened on July
we
21st.
can't talk about it until next week's episode. Oh, I want to so bad.
So good.
Let's call him on the spot. I'm like, hey.
Hey, you remember this game you bought?
Randy, can we get clearance for the
Randy Quaid.
Randy? Yeah, you remember? Okay.
Who is that?
Yeah.
Who is that? Is that
All right, moving on.
Isn't that a football?
I'm sure it is.
We're talking about sports again.
There
What?
is a golden rule and at the HQ, the sanctuary of the HQ, don't ever talk about sports unless it's to buy Madden
Yeah.
or NBA
Or
hockey.
or
That's all the sports.
there was one missing.
There's
MLB baseball.
Baseball. Yeah.
Don't don't do this.
We got a weird thing about that. We can talk about anything else but sports. That better be quick and to the point.
Yeah. That's
So
good.
how about them Bears?
Like real bears?
Is that a team? it's
I
falling.
know what it's doing.
This set's gonna fall apart twice before this very short episode's over. So
I just didn't tighten the. Man, look at. I'm just.
better.
I feel more
Oh,
comfortable. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, we can look at ourselves.
Okay,
Okay, what?
I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you. This is why you need a topic list. That's the only topic I had was our first things.
Okay. Well,
lasted about 3 seconds.
what we should do is kind of give everyone an idea of what the hell we're going to be talking about from here on out.
What are we going to be talking about from here on out?
Video games.
Wouldn't have guessed.
So the idea of the show is basically to do a whole bunch of things like Let's Plays, Leaf. Let's Plays.
He's angry.
Not necessarily debates, but like what's your opinion?
When you say the
this?
show, are you just meaning?
Were we going to say the name?
Well, I don't know what the name is.
Name.
Oh, the name of the channel?
Say it.
Meanwhile, back at HQ.
What do you think?
This is drifting closer to my mouth.
Yeah, so
It's doing it again.
The YouTube channel or whatever channel it's going to be placed on is Meanwhile Back at the HQ, and that's basically a placeholder for whatever we want to put into the show. That's the name we chose, and it took us a year. So if you don't like it, well,
Caleb didn't help at all.
I helped. I got in the way many times.
Yeah, he had something about. I honestly can't remember any of the things you tried.
None of my ideas were good.
Also, these are bad. Let's get good ones.
Okay. Yeah, don't skimp on hardware.
Nope.
So the one thing we skimped on was these, and that's the one thing causing issues right now. Good, super good, solid, excellent. Everything in here is fantastic, high quality. The camera you're viewing
everything
this
is top notch.
Spent $12 on the thing that holds all this together,
and it's
we are,
falling apart.
Boy, we're paying the price.
Yeah.
Before, during, and after this production. So
don't skimp. Don't be a pimp, and don't look at simps. You know what a simp is?
I'm sure you're gonna tell me.
I am not gonna tell you.
Okay.
You're gonna have to Google it. Don't do it at school.
Don't drink and don't Google and learn.
Oh, I'm gonna steal a story from a Super Mega podcast just because I want to tell Caleb. I'm not trying to. It's Super Mega. This is where the story's from.
Okay.
He said he was
Disclaimer.
he was in school and it was the morning announcements, and the kid was like really nervous to give the morning announcements, and at the end he goes, "Okay, high school, I want everyone to go out there, have a great day, and bust a nut." And then it cut off. And everyone in the classroom was like, "What? What?
Right now, or
What do you
recess, or
what do you
when
want me to do here?"
This is one at a time, all together.
What was the let's just go. What's the first game you can remember playing on the SNES?
Super Nintendo. That was probably
Super Mario World. I'm gonna get up and leave.
No. I'm sure that was one of the first things I played. I think one of the first things I played was Art of Fighting.
That's a game.
Yeah, Art of Fighting. It's SNK branch, whatever you call them, people that make games.
Development.
That one. That's the one. That's the one, Josh. Thank you. You've saved me many times.
My brain has stopped.
Yeah, I think it was Art of Fighting, and it was at a friend's house, a childhood friend at the time.
Yeah.
And it was okay.
Oh, God, that actually reminded me what my first game was.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was Donkey Kong Country. I thought it was Super Mario World. I thought it was Mega Man X.
Nah.
Nope.
Can't be the big...
Street Fighter 2.
Yeah. Fighting was huge, man. Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
It took what the arcade was doing well, and it kind of did it okay at home.
Yep.
Which was nice, and which is what killed the arcades. Thanks, Nintendo.
Isn't that really? I'm thankful for Nintendo.
Pretty much what began the decay of the arcade was being able to do what you did the arcade at home, and fighting games was 90% of the arcades in the 90s. So
they really,
as far as the attention goes, there's of course tons of arcades, but that was what most people, or at least me, I shouldn't speak for most people ever, but for me and a lot of my buddies, we weren't there to beat the shit out of each other and spend $20 a pair doing it. So everyone lost, but the developer.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a good
this
time.
This didn't mean anything.
No. Well, yeah. No.
But it meant everything.
Yeah. Still does. Some people.
Still does.
To you.
Just to me.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes.
I gotta tell you, I'm listening to. I'm monitoring this audio, and you sound silky buttery smooth with that good microphone.
So not like in real life.
No.
Nothing like in real life. Good.
It's nice and deep and sensual.
That's what I
creamy.
Strive for, and whenever I talk to anyone, I want them to think that the whole time.
Right.
All of those things.
I remember it's the first game you played on PS1.
That would have been Battle Arena Toshinden. Not a great fighting game. I was big into fighters.
Toshinden. Oh man, what does that one look like?
5 out of 10 for fighting, but 10 out of 10 for character and music. God, the sound was
I'm
awesome.
thinking of what's that one game that has two? There's a 1 and a 2, and it's like I think no.
To ball number 1.
No.
To ball number 2.
No.
That was the only answer that would have worked for that question.
No, it was Bushido Blade.
Bushido Blade.
And does it have a second one?
It does.
It's like a fighting game.
It has a very mediocre second one. The first one stole the show.
Okay.
And rightfully so. That was the one where you'd start the match, and then with the right moves, KO.
That's it.
And then round over.
Yeah.
Just like if you got stabbed for real.
Yeah,
and that's why everyone
it,
loves it and still loves that game, is because it kept it really real.
Yeah, it's like, you cut my arm off.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
There's no way I'm coming back from this. Yeah.
Not
you
happening.
didn't actually get the physics of the arms getting cut off, and they didn't. The PS1 couldn't quite do that.
Yeah.
But the match was over pretty quick. Good game. Great.
So what we did SNES.
Yeah.
PS1. I remember. This is such a stupid story. I went over to my friend's house. I think he lived 3 houses down from my grandma.
Yeah.
And it was him and his friend and me, and they had Crash Bandicoot. And I was like, cool, I can't wait to play it. So then we were like, let's swap out when we die. So died once. No, this gets worse.
That's a double-edged sword.
They swapped out to the other person, and the other guy goes, let's just swap out when we get bored. Sat there for an hour. And he never got bored.
That's not a friend.
And then no, it was like my sort of. I was like
that's
8
a bad person.
or something.
You can tell though.
No, he was not good. And then
Yeah,
I think I started to cry. And then I played it for like a second, and it was my first time, and I died immediately. And they were like, "No, pass off." I was like, "Okay."
You switched the rules back.
Apparently,
what happened to the board rule?
No, it was not good. I think I cried and I left.
Oh man, that guy.
Maybe that's why I don't like Crash Bandicoot. Maybe that's why I never got back into it.
Finally figured it out. That's a great series. Even the new one's pretty.
Here's the Dark Souls of platformers.
No, I would get very upset when I hear people that aren't good at games say that. I died 3 times, I think, in the first reiteration of it. It's not a hard game. You don't get to.
It's not a very well made game.
Huh?
It's not a very well made game.
The new one?
Any of them.
All right.
The level design's pretty terrible.
Wrong. You're usually not, so I'm kind of surprised.
No, I mean
you just pissed off 1 million people.
I don't understand.
We've got 2 million watchers.
Why do people get mad when some people don't like what they like?
They take it personal.
And then why
they made the game?
Then they also get mad when everybody likes what they like.
Hey, dude, no, yeah, it's got to be comfortably in the middle.
Yeah.
You don't like the game that I like? Well, I helped make it in a sense, and I helped keep it alive all these years.
You're insulting my childhood.
Yeah. Why did I even exist? If you didn't like Crash Bandicoot, why am I alive? That's what
you can like what you want. I just think and I mean, I don't really have a big foothold to stand in because I've only played it for collectively over my life probably an hour. But that hour of play never made me want to go back.
It's like tasting shit. It takes half a second. You know you're never going to like it. It doesn't take an hour of figuring out if you're not going to like the taste of it.
Bring me more shit. I'm still not sure if I like it or not.
Let's get some.
I'm pretty sure I hate it.
This was hard and weathered. Mm-hmm. Let's get something fresh and soggy. Maybe I'll like that. Mm-hmm. And dude, games are the same way. Within 10 minutes. Nope. This is less shitty. I will say that.
Hey,
is that bad or good?
Yeah.
And I have I have no problem with that when someone says, "Oh, I only played for an hour. I hated it." I'm like, hey, that is way more enough time to decide if you. Most games, if you like them or not. So fighting games, you can tell within 2 minutes. I mean, are the mechanics there? Yes or no?
Infinite was terrible. MVC Infinite.
Yeah.
I'm also don't like fighting games.
Yeah. You're not a big. I'm gonna very annoyingly bring up fighters a lot because that's just in my blood. I'm very average and kind of poor at them, but I love them. So
I'm what would you number rate me? You
on a 1 to 10, you're probably
no you. I don't want you to rate me.
Oh, me?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't go to that final layer. Like I get the mechanics and I get the characters and I get how the whole show works, but then I'm like, I don't. Hey, how'd you write the script? What was your inspiration behind it? That's how the guys that are good at fighting games they peel all the layers back and then go into the soul of it. And I don't have
I've
the
never
patience
been able
for that.
to.
I can't. Hats off to you if you do, and a lot of my good buddies do that. And
I mean, it's impressive if you can.
It's very impressive, and I'm envious of those guys.
And it's good, good mojo, but I can barely do it.
I'm a buffet kind of guy.
I do it for like platformers. I can get that deep into like Super Meat Boy or stuff like that. I can really be like, oh, you go okay, and then I get start counting seconds in my head or like just feeling out rhythms. Yeah. So I can get how you could be, want to do it for like a fighting game, but I've never been able to. I think it's probably because you get so distracted so quickly.
Yeah, there's too much going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And then everyone's like, I just keep doing things repeatedly over and over. That's my whole thing. I'm also solidly better than everyone who's never played because I understand it mechanically well enough.
Oh yeah. So and even with fighters, you've hurt my feelings a few times on games that I was sure I was going to destroy your soul in. I was like, come on, loser. This one's on me. Yeah. Like I'm using the tokens on our machines over there. Like that's my way of offending you a little bit more before I win, and then you beat me. So the whole thing is bad for me.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm. And then, oh man, that's when people are always like, people are like, I'm going to destroy you. I'm like, cool, hold on, let me play it real quick. Awesome. I won.
It's
like when I went
unfortunate for
when I went on this when I went on a double date one time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm terrible at bowling. I hate bowling. I never want to go bowling.
Yeah.
And then the other dude on the double date, not the one I was dating, it was 4 dudes. It wasn't.
Yeah. It's whatever for.
No, I mean, the dude of the other person, he got real cold after I won the first time because I did. I only did better than him. I didn't even win. I think I got second place.
Took it kind of seriously.
And then he was kind of like, "Let's go," and I'm like, I'm even less interested in playing in bowling now, but man, does it seem like I gotta be? And then I cared even less. And then I think he won, and then he calmed back down after he won, and I was like, dude,
ego got stroked back up to
I
where
guess,
it needed to be.
yeah.
It's a sensitive thing that ego.
I mean, I was like, do you think I'm like messing with you? Like I was like trying to. I got 4 gutter balls, but I also got 4 strikes. It just evened out. I can do a little bit better than I would expect myself to.
So you're a loose cannon.
Mm-hmm.
You might kill the target, and you might shoot a bunch of innocent people on the side.
Oh man, you got to take it right to the extreme.
Oh, someone's got to die eventually.
I mean,
no man, you're
gonna offend someone doing something.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And the less offensive you try to be, you just end up being super offensive.
Man, oh man. Oh, I don't know if I should say this. I might cut this out.
No sports, no religion, no fucking politics, Josh. We have broken 2 of those 3 golden rules in the shop.
What was the other one? Religion?
Please. Please. I'm the things I fantasize about in my head and who I believe in, who I answer to.
It's me.
Spoiler. This guy. Just
we're still feeling each other out.
Yeah. After
18 years.
18 years, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
You want to tell me the awkward story of how we met?
I don't.
He was a young 8-year-old little boy, and
he's a plump.
it was platonic love at first sight. I was 16, he was 8. He came into Game World. Shout out, very sincere shout out to Game World. That is why the store is here, by the way, if anyone's wondering.
Yeah,
this is the
I was gonna work there.
Yep.
Came in every day.
Yep.
Since not every day, but I came in consistently asking for a job. It was every day sometimes. But it was consistently a lot.
Yep. I was 15, 16, just part-time during high school, and you were there all the time, and I was like, that kid. that out, or we'll leave it in just like this because we don't really give a shit about editing right now. We're just trying to make videos.
You might not even see this.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
If you are,
you're one of the lucky ones.
Yeah. So far, it hasn't been that funny.
Oh no, it's one of those things where we just want to let everyone figure out what we're doing.
Well, I mean, it's the problem with I gotta turn that around.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can reach it. You can do it. Yeah, just fucking do it, bitch. Yeah, fucking bitch. Got it. Yeah. He's gonna like that one later.
Yeah, it's just to give you all
He can't hear anything.
just a fair disclaimer. It's not going to be. We're not trying to run a circus here. We're not trying to wow you and bedazzle you and change your life. This is just for people that kind of want to hang out here that don't get to hang out here as much. People, friends and family that have moved away from the shop, from Topeka, and miss us, and we miss you guys. So this is just one of those ways to kind of sort of hang out at the HQ. Did that move, Leaf?
No.
Leaf, you good? There's your foot. Okay.
Oh, were you?
Why
did you?
I don't
why
believe in
did you
ghosts.
ruin the mystery?
For a second, I believed in ghosts
Yeah.
or animated dead objects.
Animated, reanimated.
Yeah.
What was your first? Oh, when's the first time you got drunk?
Got drunk. Oh man. Oh, I was like 16, 15, 16, 16.
Uh huh.
I'm sure I had a fucking Mike's Hard Lemonade and drank half the bottle and blacked out.
You don't even remember?
To this day.
You don't have a good story?
Oh, dude, no. Booze and me, we're barely acquaintances. I've tried to be cool with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, Booze, it's Caleb. He's like, you're a fucking loser. What do you want? And I'm reserved for cool people. I never was. I tried to be cool with him, and he almost killed me a couple of times, and that was it. I drink 4 times a year,
Mm-hmm.
and it's because someone else put it in my mouth. They figuratively forced me to drink.
Yeah, it's like
peer pressure.
Come over and have a party, and then yeah. Well, I keep asking questions that I know I have good stories for.
Oh no!
But then I'm like, I want it to. I don't want.
I'm
it
a
to
bad
seem,
co-host. You tell me what you.
I don't want it to seem like I want to just talk about myself. So I always put the question on you.
No, dude,
but then you're like, first time I went to the bathroom, I can't even remember.
I was probably only a few months old.
And I was like, well, the first time I went to the bathroom, I went to the moon.
What was
something like that.
What was your first time drinking?
Well,
sure
I had these guys would like to be mentioned on the podcast. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah.
So it was Damon Bradley and Eric Tilton.
Damon, Eric, what's up,
I
guys?
should probably not use their last names. Don't look them up. I'll bleep those out.
Yeah, well.
So Eric and Damon, we'll call them Billy and Bowley for.
What was the second name?
Bowley.
Bowley. What's the first one?
Billy.
Billy's fine. I can roll a Billy, but changing one letter does not suit you.
Billy and Bowley.
Let's do Billy and.
Let's just use Damon and Eric because those are their names.
We've
I
already
said
their
it.
names. Right.
I think Daniel was there too. Same one from earlier.
Terrible spies.
They just come over to play games, and he's like, "I got this 2 liter of half and half rum and Coke,
right to the point,
and it's warm. Do you want some? Because we're already drunk."
Dig in.
And I was like 17, and I was like,
Yep.
"Oh,
Yeah.
should I drink this? I don't know if I should. Oh, I'm so no. I think I was 19. I actually think I was 19 before I even got like that was. And I was like, I want to make sure I get drunk. So I like chugged probably like 5 shots of rum, and I was like, I'm gonna get drunk.
Oh yeah.
I got real drunk.
Yeah. I bet
Then I went
did.
downstairs, and I was like, Dad, I'm drunk. And he was like, what? And I was like, nothing.
Just kidding.
And he was like, I was like, they brought over some alcohol, and he was like, huh, okay. He was working on something.
That's a cool dad. He's like, are we done?
You're drunk?
So go lay
He's
down.
like, son, the most lame thing a drunk person can do is say how drunk they are.
Yeah.
So learn at this moment and go back upstairs.
Yeah.
Have fun. He
Do
didn't
what you
say
were
that,
doing.
but I could see it in his eyes.
Yeah, you know what he meant.
Yeah.
You know what he meant.
So that was the first time. And then I went upstairs and we played Saints Row, and all I can remember is laughing, like laying on my bed and just being like, being drunk's awesome.
Yep.
And then
Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
Am I cool yet?
yeah, and then I played guitar. Oh yeah, and I fell out of my chair.
Mhm.
Just because I went like this. I was like, I was just sitting there, and I just go. I just fall all the way over, and Daniel's like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "I just fell out of my chair."
These things happen
Just fell
while
right
intoxicated.
Yeah,
Things fall out of things that shouldn't fall out of things normally. That's just something you got to get used to. You got to use that too. Josh will do that a lot for no reason, by the way. You're going to get all kinds of awkward fart noises for no reason from Josh.
Normally it's because I have to fart.
Oh, you fart out of your mouth? Is that what you're telling us right now?
No.
That was your farting?
No, it came out of me.
Oh, that's better. Wow, that was really building up. Okay, moving on.
This guy farts out of his mouth. Don't invite Josh. He farts out of his
I'm going
mouth.
to use this mic from now on. You use that mic from now on, and we'll never swap mics from now on.
I don't want that to happen.
Well, I got the better one. So
I know. You did pay for it,
Oh,
technically.
Yeah. No, the HQ did.
Yeah,
But
technically.
Technically.
You're technically
Technica.
correct.
Who?
The best
What's
kind
this,
of
Scott?
correct. Who?
Was Scott technically? He used it for no good reason.
Just like, yeah, it's like,
Is that his schedule or something?
yeah, I'm technically scheduled Friday. What do you mean technically, Scott? If you're technically scheduled,
What's
are you
the-
not actually there? And he
Yeah.
goes, no, I'm scheduled Friday. Then why'd you say technically?
Because that makes us think that there's something more
Yeah.
than there is. He
I'm
goes, oh, no, I
technically
just want
scheduled.
you to know that that's when I'm working next.
I mean, you didn't use it
Scott.
wrong.
Oh, we need Scott here.
Yeah.
He'll be
Yeah.
here. We've
Yeah.
got, rest assured, it won't just be us ugly mugs here. It's going to be not a rotation of people. Well,
Calls it like he sees it.
it's in here, dude. All the beauty's in here, trust me. We're going to have
Jesus,
probably
I
3 or
hope not.
4, like, co-hosts, whatever.
Yeah.
We got Scott. We got Andy. We got
Wilson.
Probably a few other guys.
Those are just your coworkers. Those are just your employees.
Naming off the guys that work here. They're readily available.
You
It's
can't
like,
even think of the other guys that you want to have on.
It's like you're gonna marry your coworker, someone at school or someone you met at the bar. Like 90% of the time, that's who it is. So when you make a podcast,
Really?
90% of the time, it's gonna be people that you are close to. Yeah,
You know,
there's like 4 places that everyone meets their significant other.
That's because that's the 4 most visited places.
Yeah, I know. It's
that's
so boring.
that's what like pisses me off because there's like a statistic that's
Yeah.
like you get every wreck is experienced between 5 miles of the home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's because most of the time you're either driving away from home or
Yeah.
to your home.
Yeah.
It's not because close to your home is some magical. It's just
Yeah.
that's where you are most of the time.
Yeah, and
It's
that
not
simple.
it's not a distance thing. It's a time thing.
Yeah. Where'd you meet your spouse? Oh, I was climbing this mountain, and at the peak,
Yeah.
there she was.
No,
just waiting for me.
people and
That's-
you
that doesn't happen.
gain a fondness for the people you're around the most.
Yeah.
Familiarity is more important than most things.
Yeah.
Gonna
There it is.
deconstruct
Yeah.
this sad time.
And deep thoughts.
Yeah.
From the HQ.
Deep thoughts and
Your marriage isn't special, it's convenient. That's why I'm not married.
just one guy at home, just head in hand.
Yeah, he's fucking right. Oh, she was my neighbor. Well, we've got 3 kids, and it was all a mistake and a lie. But she likes video
He's
games,
like-
so we got that in
Yeah.
common.
That's
And that's fine.
pretty good. Yeah.
That's okay.
You need whatever keeps you from not
Killing the other person.
Yeah, be comfortable.
Be comfortable.
Just be comfortable.
Don't regret your other half.
If you feel
or yourself.
comfortable you just feel comfortable.
Don't get too comfortable.
No, never get too comfortable.
I've gotten too comfortable around people.
Mhm.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I said something to my my first girlfriend and now / best friend
That's weird.
the other night. I know, right? Isn't
That's
it?
fine.
That's
It's kind of weird.
we both are we're both really weird, so it works
bet
out.
You guys are.
But I
I
said
know one of
something
you
that
is.
like I got so comfortable and I was like, should I say this to her? And I'm like, we've been through so much. If she can't accept this,
Yep.
And then she laughed at it like a couple times, but it wasn't like really funny to her. I don't think she felt awkward at all, but she was just kind of like, ha
Yeah.
ha ha. So look at this
Uh-oh.
present I got. I was like, sorry.
Oh.
I was like, and I've started saying sorry less when I do things. I'm like, okay, I just
Yeah.
am like, you're not the person to do that around. I don't need to apologize. I want to be myself.
Yeah.
I just don't want to hurt
Yeah.
people. I
Live
like
and
to be
learn.
myself.
Yeah.
Man, everything gets existential real fast.
With us.
Well, I mean,
With humans, yeah.
yeah. I don't want to just when I talk to people that are like you, it's always like, video games. We're gonna die. Like,
Is it
it's just right there.
Nihilism? Is that what that is? Yeah.
Nihilism is like not no hope.
Yeah, it's why bother because you're wasting your time because you're all going to die.
Yeah, everything
think-
everything
I
is
think that's
meaning. Nothing has meaning.
Yeah, there was no point. There never was a point. There never
Yeah.
will be a point. I love it. I'm enjoying
Yeah.
the pointlessness of all this.
Yeah,
I really am.
because you
So,
can do anything. Well, that's what I was. Whenever I'm like, I'm sad, I don't want to move. I'm like, I could move and do anything and be better than nothing.
Yep.
It's like when I moved out and like I was like, I'm gonna be able to go to McDonald's at like 4 a.m. and then it's 4 a.m. and I'm like, I just want to sleep.
I'm regretting this decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I've been looking forward to those McDonald's registered buttermilk chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Trademark.
We're gonna be giving so many accidental shout outs to so many corporations.
I'm going to talk about everything I like. I love it.
We are trained like monkeys to dance.
I will give a shout out to anybody I think deserves it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm so simultaneously easily impressed and not impressed at all.
Yep.
I can't live my life in the middle. Instead of being, it's either one needle that goes back and forth really fast, or just two needles that exist in both.
Who's in charge?
Yeah. No one. Yeah, it's a mess. I can't live in. It's like how much? Like what are you eating this week? It's either I've eaten like 16 pizzas or half a leaf. Like it's either one of those.
I'm on
things.
a diet.
Yeah, it's like
I'm on a die.
Yeah.
It's mostly killing me. I'm pretty sure that's why they call it diet.
But then when I'm like, because right now I'm just eating like lean cuisine meals, and everyone's like, those got a lot of sodium, and I'm like, it has a lot of sodium.
Yeah.
8 to 6 pizzas I ate the other day.
All of the food you've eaten today has a lot of sodium. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, look
you
up.
like salt.
Yeah,
and
everyone
you need
likes
it.
salt.
Salt's good for you, in moderation.
Just like all things. What I can't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oh man! Oh man!
I mean, I think we could all do with less. It's amazing, like how much less we can.
I disagree with that.
No, I mean,
I'm gonna strongly disagree and say I want more.
No, I'm saying we could survive.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we could survive with a lot less.
Of course.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're in.
Of course
we could survive.
Don't bring
with less.
up any. Okay.
We don't have to have all these 64 games. That's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's what keeps me alive.
64 games?
Yes.
What's your first 64 game?
That I played?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it would have been something along the lines of Tetrasphere, Extreme G2, one of the Rush games, and probably GoldenEye. I'm gonna safely say one of those 4 games. That's what I remember playing. What about yours?
I got the Donkey Kong 64 box set for Christmas.
That was like your first system, like as a child?
I think it was my first one that was for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Josh and
I'm
I were
surprised
pretty
you
close
remembered that, because I barely remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
No, the SNES was a family thing. The NES was a family thing.
Yeah.
And then they were probably going to stop after that, but I liked games enough that I was like, I want the N64. And they're like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, one of them's addicted. Fucking great, Margaret. Harry, it was a good gift, and I didn't realize our son his entire life would be changed because of that toy we got him.
My good old parents, Margaret and Harry.
Yeah, Margaret and Harry. I love them both.
What's their names from now on?
They made one decent human, so they might be okay.
Or did you just... Wow. My sisters?
Oh, he's got awesome sisters,
okay.
too. At least one decent human, probably others.
Yeah.
I don't know them well enough to dictate whether or not they were.
So you're comfortably
a
have no comment on them.
Oh yeah, it would probably be positive things. They seem pretty cool.
Well, they're my best friends. So
well, that's.
I mean, when you can't choose your family, but you can choose your nose. So I got the Donkey Kong N64 set, and. That was kind of that was so good. Mm-hmm. I still play that game. That's my favorite game of all time.
You talk a lot about DK64
with nostalgia.
With high praise.
Yeah,
it's a great game.
I think it's the best collectathon.
Mm-hmm.
With some problems, Banjo-Kazooie is probably better. Honestly,
it's the Perfect Dark syndrome. It's Perfect Dark is better than GoldenEye, but GoldenEye's better.
Yeah,
this is how it is.
Yeah, it's like. Donkey Kong 64, it has my favorite version of DK in it, because he's like, everyone's cool, and you have all the Kongs together, and they're all different, and they're all the video game Donkey, shout out, said that the game, almost all the problems in the game would be fixed if you could just switch like on the pause screen.
Yeah.
If you could just make it so the D-pad changes the Kongs or something, then everything would be fine.
Yeah, the interface. And that's more of a technical thing more than a creative thing.
It's the backtracking to the barrels that gets you.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah,
because you're like, oh, there's green, and you got to remember where all the bananas are, but it had
sounds like a job.
yeah. Well, it had
Sounds like a fun job.
it had so
You'll never
much
get paid for.
had so much heart, and like the thing was, Banjo-Kazooie feels really rare and like British and that or wherever they're whatever. What's the
Nationality or
no? They're. I'm just trying to think of the greater like London. Like what is that? Great Britain.
Britain? Yeah,
Is
Great
that-
Britain.
Yeah, it has
Is
a
that
real.
a part of the world now? Which one left?
I don't. Brexit. I don't know, dude.
Politics. I'm
Very-
sorry.
That's not. That's
One
not.
of them
even-
left. I don't know why or how, or I don't care. But one of them did leave.
Yeah.
They're gone now or something. So
It feels real through that filter.
yeah,
Like, and that's fine. But Nintendo seemed to keep them more in line with Donkey Kong because it was more one of their more, like, closer IPs.
Sure, sure, yeah.
Because Rare made Banjo-Kazooie, but we're like, make this Donkey Kong game, and I feel like Nintendo had a closer hand in it. So a lot of the stuff shined through, but it felt a lot sweeter and kinder and just like softer and more like understanding. It's a weird way to describe a game, but
it's a good way to describe
it just like
people can.
Banjo-Kazooie is really brass.
Yeah.
Brash. That's the word. Not brass. Brash.
brass,
Brass, there's a word, but brash is also a word.
harsh.
Yeah. Brash, harsh, coarse. Yeah.
Watch Dogs. You guys can't see it. Maybe you can, but I'm staring at. What's
No,
his
they
name?
can't.
What's his
Aiden.
name? Aiden.
Is that really his name?
Aiden? We'll call him Aiden. It's not his name. He's been pointing a gun at me and holding a cell phone for about an hour now,
My Jesse
and I'm
took
getting nervous.
Jesse took a fake gun out and shot me in the face the other day.
Oh no!
And I was like, it was just like a fake gun with a sound effect, and I was like, you really shouldn't shoot a gun at anyone if it's fake.
Yeah, man. We
It's
don't
just,
get to do
it's
that
just
anymore.
scary.
We don't. 10 years ago, it was
Yeah.
kind of okay.
Yeah.
It was becoming less okay. Now it's.
I remember I pulled out a
Yeah.
gun one time from like it was like a
Trigger warning.
Um,
Get it? Because the gun's got the trigger. Go
Uh,
ahead.
oh my God. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow. Okay. Sorry.
For those that didn't get it, I explained just in case.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I pulled out a gun from the Terminator arcade cabinet and I
Mm.
pointed it at someone, like an adult, and they were like,
Yeah.
"You never point any gun at anyone ever." And I'm like, "This clearly isn't going to fire a
It
bullet."
couldn't be the T2 arcade cabinet because that gun's attached. I'm going to show my nerdiness side.
Yeah, no,
of
it's the
my
yeah, no.
arcade
It was it was a different Terminator
It
arcade.
wouldn't have been Terminator. There's only one. There's T2, and it's locked down onto a pivot. Couldn't have been that game.
Well, it was probably Time Crisis. Had pink
That's
and
much more likely.
pink and blue.
Pink and blue could have been
Guns.
Time Crisis. Might have been. Yeah. no, I'm not done yet. I don't remember, but it wasn't Terminator 2. He knows a lot about arcade machines. Wow.
It's like showing the one place you can be cool for showing off, and then the
Yeah.
one guy's like fucking loser. Like,
and I actually don't know
I
much
came
about
to the
arcade
gaming
machines.
convention to talk about games. And you start
Yeah.
talking about games. They're like,
Yeah.
look at this jerk off trying to. It's like, where else am I supposed to do
I have
it?
nowhere else to go. Nowhere else am I ever going to be a little bit cool. And even here, I'm not cool, but at least everyone is equally as uncool as me. So,
yeah,
but it wasn't T2.
yeah.
So
Okay,
we'll say Time Crisis.
that's fine.
Yeah.
It just bulldozed my story. So
Damn, I sure did.
Yeah.
Let's back that thing up.
Oh! It wasn't T2. Listen,
just so you
listen.
know.
It wasn't T2.
Just so you know.
So
All right. My ego's been stroked. I feel better now. Continue. I won't interrupt.
this keeps this is so
I'm
bad.
glad I didn't get the shittiest. I got
Yeah.
the shitty one, but you got the shittiest one.
Yeah, no, I got
And
And
as we
when I
discussed earlier,
came back,
shit
when I
never
came
tastes good.
when I came back the first time, I like was turning this
Yeah.
to like
It's no longer.
and
I have no shame. Go ahead.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I just turned it and it just fell off and I was like, God, I was like, this sucks. But these are awesome if they're good.
The idea is
Yeah,
perfect.
it's
The
just
concept
made
is great.
poorly.
I'm not going to say their brand because I don't want to get sued by the shitty
No.
company because obviously they got nothing better to do because they don't take time to make good products. They're busy.
Their light that we
anyways.
have is pretty good, very bright.
Is it?
It lights.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard to mess up a light.
Nothing. All right. Let's get back in there. Figure this out. Figure this light thing out.
So my
we gotta
did I tell you
hold-
about
we
the
gotta push.
the dream my roommate had about me? It's a funny dream, not a.
I'm going to open
Yeah.
the door. Go ahead.
I asked her. I was like, I gave her the money for our bills, and I was like, here's the bill.
This room's
Here-
making me nervous.
here-
I might close the door.
here's the bill money, and she was like, cool, thanks. And then all of a sudden I get this wall of text. I'm like, what the hell? She goes, hey, I had a dream about you, and I thought it was really funny, and this is a message I sent to a friend of mine. She goes, I was sleeping, and all of a sudden I go to the bathroom, and Josh is in there for some reason, and he put multicolored light switch covers over each light switch, and also now there's 6 of them instead of the normal 2.
You just need 1 or 2.
Yeah. So and none of them would work. She kept flipping them up and down. None of them would work. And she's watching a cooking show in the background. So she goes, Josh, why do none of these work? And Josh looks at me and goes, well, I'm an Asian chef and I just don't know how to marry these ingredients. And she goes, what are you talking about? I have no, why aren't and she keeps flicking them on. She's like, Josh, please help me. And I just say, I'm trying to make a soup and there's just water everywhere. And she's like, I have no idea what. And then she wakes up and she's like, oh.
That's right. And that it made sense.
I was like, so I was a Chinese chef in her dream.
That's well, it could be worse.
Yeah, it always when you're like you had a dream about you died. It's like,
yeah, you plan for the worst when someone dreams about you.
Yeah.
It was probably not a good dream.
I always want to tell people because I'm always interested when people dream about me because they didn't even choose to think about me.
Yeah.
They just their brain made them think about me.
What are you thinking about me while you're sleeping? What's up with that?
I don't know.
I get a little apprehensive of it because I'm like,
Really?
have you been stalking me? Have you been planning something
People
for me?
like you, Caleb.
I don't know about all that, but it's like
they like you because they don't know you.
Oh, you're gonna fucking hate me real soon. 95% of the audience is going. I'm the bad guy host.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be like, God, man, I want to be like Hoover, man. Take that edge off. Be really smart about a lot of shit.
That was one of the.
Caleb, he's a sad, cynical old man that happens to be good at video game selling, and that's it.
That was one of the nicest things that one of my best friends said to me. He said he was watching a BuzzFeed or whatever.
Yeah, BuzzFeed.
And I know a lot of people have whatever about BuzzFeed. I watch BuzzFeed. Their content's not bad.
It's fine.
It's good. I mean, for
you don't
what
like
it is.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, no.
I solved all the world's problems right there.
But he was like, yeah, well, every time I watch a BuzzFeed video, I was like, you know who'd be good on this? Josh. I wish Josh was doing this. And, and I was like,
yep.
That's what I want to do.
That's so me.
That's
that
me.
is exactly. That's
so
only
Raven.
Me. There's nothing else I've got to offer.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You got a lot to offer.
Yeah.
Like,
if you had to guess the time signature, how long would we been talking?
Dude, we're probably 43 minutes and 19 seconds into it.
You were almost exactly 10 minutes off. It's 40.
I almost got really
53
excited.
minutes and 12 seconds.
Okay. I was hoping for some miraculous accuracy.
No, yeah.
You are 3 seconds off and technically on time because the delay was 3 seconds for me to tell you your prize.
Yeah.
Which is nothing.
No, I mean I couldn't have told you. I keep looking down. It's like 10 minutes every time. I'm like, wow.
We gotta talk about more important shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, we don't.
Well, this is either it was either a test and we got a lot of good knowledge.
Yeah.
Or you're listening to this right now, and somehow magically you listened to us for 53 minutes.
Why is the question?
If anyone has gotten to this point at 53 seconds, just comment down below. What kept you around?
Yeah.
Why?
Are things going that poorly for you today? Or are you retired?
Was
it's
this
one of those two things.
Was this the highlight of your day?
It better not have
Or
been.
did you have to watch some people who were really beat down to feel better about yourself? Because
Yeah.
that's fine. That's
okay.
fine.
We'll be your emotional
I
punching
don't.
bag.
No, I just listen to something.
So, anyways, we'll wrap this up because it's too long already, and we need to cut it short. We are gonna have an organized, laid out.
We're gonna have some
platform.
organs laid out. Yeah.
With we're gonna have chapters and books and sagas in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as how the show is going to go, we'll have a lot of special guests from the community. That is a thing we are
that's
going to
happen.
That's going to happen because that's what's going to
happen.
keep this show organized
Mm-hmm.
and noteworthy. Is having a lot of really, really, really cool local people, gamers. Not even gamers, just people that their kids come to the shop or their parents come to the shop.
We're gonna have some kind of structure, and that's gonna be there. But you can go
just
back.
Barely.
You can go back and watch anyone's first time videos when they started making videos. They all sucked.
So this is our first. Hopefully it sucks, and that tells you it's
well.
Gonna get
And
a lot
like
better.
if you watch someone like Casey Neistat on YouTube and go back to his like first videos, and you're like, wow, he's really good when he first started. No, someone like him, he got his first like camera when he was like 8.
Yeah.
And he started editing when he was like 16 or something.
His first video was in 1981.
Yeah.
Before the internet.
That kind of he started
wasn't
editing on
This
film.
is legitimately this is our first video. We've as far as sitting down, not just doing little silly things around the shop, but sitting down.
This is the first one that's been like planned.
Setting up a
and
camera. There's microphones floating in front of us. You've got a headset on for some reason. Why do you have the headset
to make
on?
sure you're not peeking.
Oh.
I've been listening to music this whole time.
Oh. Somehow you're having a coherent conversation, but listening to like Tool's third album. Wondering why you're doing this all.
I listen to one song here and one song here, so I can listen to 2 songs at once.
That's impressive.
I was gonna take it off halfway through, but then I realized how handy it is. I feel like it's weird because like I'm. It looks like I'm just not paying attention or have something else. But if you know how things work, I have to monitor the audio.
Yeah.
So
Josh is our technical guy. And that should tell you.
Have you ever had someone say do all of these things and you don't know how to do any of them?
Yeah.
But your job is to figure them out?
He's a figuring out motherfucker, man. I'll tell you that. That's for sure.
I mean, yeah.
You've lost a couple years off your life from the stress, but you've sped your life up exponentially by your knowledge. So it balances out.
Yeah.
I'd rather live to 40 and enjoy it than 80 and hate it.
Yeah.
You know? 60 is good. We'll just be kind of enjoying things and die at 60. Let's do that.
That's all my parents are.
We've talked about death 14 times now.
Yeah. I think it's actually been like 4 or 5, like too much.
I've been thinking about it more than that. Leaf?
Wow.
Okay.
They're dead inside too.
Oh, they.
Bitch.
We'll discuss this off camera.
I said don't embarrass me.
You fucking embarrass us. We're the stars. You're the prop. Prop stars. Pop stars.
They just start singing. God, we would leave. I don't know what we'd do.
Oh, man. Yeah, so that's about it. Josh, you want to add anything stupid before we wrap this up?
Well,
or helpful?
No.
Or insightful?
I got nothing.
Okay.
I like, if you watched, tell us why. If you didn't, there's nothing.
Move on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
You didn't.
Hey, just real quick, I wanted at the end of every show, or just this one, we'll see how much I care. What's a game you recommend playing?
Oh.
From the beginning of time.
That I don't think a lot of people have played.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, don't Watch Dogs 2, Ghostland, Wild.
Wow,
Ghost
you can't
Recon
spring
Wildlands,
that one on me.
Nothing like that. Let's. Okay, so
probably
no AAA. Anything below that?
No AAA.
No mainstream, widely known, commercialized AAA games.
Like
ignore all those. We know Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the best games you've ever played. So let's do that off.
That's why you brought it up.
Yeah, I brought that up real.
What
fast.
did I give it? Like a 7.
Solid 7 is what you said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is not bad.
It's not a watery 7.
No, it's a very solid 7.
Yep. So what do you got? I'll let you think.
Oh my God! Yeah,
think about
you go.
Oh man.
What do you say? Now, tables have turned.
Yeah, that was a setup for me to answer.
Here,
go ahead.
You can either keep talking,
or
we'll cut this out. I'm gonna go look real quick.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna suggest a million games, so I'll just start at one. We got the 64 here. I would say not that version, but Fighting Force 64 is one of my favorite beat 'em ups. I played both versions. I like the PS1 graphics more. People that are familiar with those systems, they're the same generation, but they look a lot different. Even the same game looks way different between the two consoles. So the PS1, the really choppy, gritty version of Fighting Force, I love.
I got it.
What you got? What is it?
It's not AAA.
Wow me.
It's still really popular.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley. I think that's pretty popular.
Yep.
But I sold a copy today.
Yep.
And I put 60 hours into it, and I didn't even play through. You can play like years of that game.
Awesome.
I think one guy made it. It's one of those ones.
What's it like?
It's Harvest Moon.
Okay.
It's Harvest Moon, and
for people that are completely unfamiliar with Harvest Moon and the game itself.
Oh Jesus!
It's
a farming simulator.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, it's
but fun.
No, it's very. Oh my God! It's like Minecraft.
Yep.
Mixed with Harvest Moon. It's all pixel graphics, but they're gorgeous.
Yep.
The music's amazing.
Excellent.
I mean, I would go home every day after work. Last year, not like a long time ago. Sorry. I would go home every day, like 7 to 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's all I do, and
That's
I just fish a lot. And
it sounds stupid, but I love Harvest Moon games, so I'm right there with you.
Good.
I think I played like 20 minutes of that game, which is.
I mean, if you have any time.
Yep.
It takes. Come here, play it, try it out.
Yeah, we don't have it installed. I'm sure it's a 500 megabyte game.
Yeah, it's very. If we have a copy of it here, you can come play it.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's fun immediately.
Yeah.
It's
good.
Like
that is necessary in today's time.
Right after the intro, You like get to your farm, you look around and go into town, and everything. And, like, I remember each character so well, like they're real characters because they were fleshed out so well.
Yep.
Like Lee was kind of prissy, and then Abigail was, and I don't remember any of the dudes because I don't.
Like an old rickety farmer guy, like throws a shovel and is like, "Get to fucking work!" and you just start digging. Is that how the game starts?
It's like,
'Cause
I'm
you
gonna
said it's funny
you
me.
dig 2 holes, one for you and one for me.
One for my tomato bush, tomato bush, tomato bush, tomato bush, tomato bush, tomato bush. Don't do it wrong because I'll kill you twice.